Hello and welcome back to the solder side. Today we're going to be looking at this Game Boy Color. Now the issue with this Game Boy Color is, well, I'll have to show you because it's quite hard to explain. It might not do it because it's a bit hit and miss. Okay, can you see it's like putting images all over the screen? So I don't think the screen's broken. But I don't know what's causing it. So it's got sound. Oh, yeah, it's just jumping around. So let's take it apart and see if we can figure out what the issue is. Okay, let's give this a quick test. No, still the same issue. Okay, so it's not, I don't think it's the screen. Can't see anything wrong immediately. I think it might be one of these. I'm pretty sure that's the capacitor for display. I think this is like a power one, and this one is probably to do with the sound. And then you have this variable resistor, which I think is the contrast, because they don't really have them on Game Boy Colors anymore, so it kind of just makes the image a bit more solid or less solid. So I've got a feeling it might be this capacitor. So what I think I'm going to do is remove it and test like the capacitance of it. Unfortunately, my multimeter doesn't do it, but I've made myself a tool that does. That is looking all right. So maybe it wasn't that capacitor. Just want to test what it does without that capacitor, because I'm pretty sure that's related to the screen. Okay, so that has helped. I think I'm going to try and solder a new capacitor on there. Unfortunately, I don't have an SMD one, but as it's just a test, I don't actually have a 22 farad one either. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put two 10s in parallel, which should make the at least 20, which is pretty close to the 22, and just see what that does. So bear with me a second. And I'm not getting anything on the screen anymore. I did see a little bit on there, so I think maybe the capacitors, it doesn't like the capacitors. That's 100. So what I think I'm going to do as a test, I'm just going to take this one off as well, and I am going to try to replace that. I'm just going to check. I'm pretty sure I've got 100. Yeah, this is 100 to 25 volts, and that's 100 and I think it's 45 volts. I think I'm not 100% sure, but this should cover it. So I'm going to put some flux on there. Still hit and miss, so I don't think it is those capacitors. Let me turn that off. Okay. Let's double check everything. Okay. This one's got the correct value on it as well, so I don't think that was the issue. So let's undo what I've just done. That's another 100. So what I could do is try that last one there, take that off and see if it makes a difference. And I can also play around with the potentiometer to see if that makes a difference. Is it this switch? Because it's so intermittent, like the screen comes on 1 minute, then it doesn't come on. I'm not quite sure what's going on at the moment. I just want to check something, so I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put the positive, so that's the negative, and I'm gonna put the positive here. I'm gonna grab another one of those 100 ultra farad ones, and I just want to see if it measures it in picofarads or no, see, 112 ultrafarads, which is what I was expecting. So the value that I was getting off of the one that I took out, which is this one, it should be 100. And then I think the voltage value is like 60 volts, I think. Just want to... So that should definitely have done something. The other one seemed all right though. Check it again in circuit, but I don't think I'll get a proper value in circuit. Yeah, 28 UF. That's what I was expecting, and it's gone to nanofarads. There you go, 148. So that one's all right. But the one that I just took off that I've now lost, it's stuck to my hand. This was not reading properly from what I remember. Okay, now it is. So that's reading all right, or it was anyway. That was not reading like that a moment ago. It's doing it again now. I don't know whether it's this thing. Oh no, there you go. 150, 126. Yeah, so it's around the 120, which I think is still in tolerance. Okay, well, I guess I can take this off and put the old one back on then. Just going to try something out because I'm a bit confused as to what's causing that issue. I feel like it could even be the switch because it's making some weird sounds. So let me just unplug the screen, pull that out, and let's get some isopropyl into it, shall we? Ooh, that is a little better. Nope, it's gone again. This switch just, I don't know, it doesn't feel right, but I don't think that's the issue. I'll fix that in a moment. What else could it be? I have to get it under the microscope, I think, and get a better view of it. So I will catch you guys in the microscope. didn't see anything wrong under the microscope. So I think I'm going to try playing around with the potentiometer to see if it makes any difference. So I'll get it hooked onto the bench power supply. It doesn't seem to really do anything. It just makes it darker and lighter. So I don't think it's that. I've also realised why I thought the power by the LED wasn't working, because it's on the other side of the board. What an idiot. Okay, so that's not the issue either. I'm not quite sure what else to do. Kind of hoping I could get this working, because I wanted to mod it. I wanted to do a few mods like the new screen and battery, but if I can't get this working, then I don't think I can do much. Okay, I don't really want to do this, but what I could do is plug the screen into a known working one, which is the one that I got fixed in another video. I don't really want to do that because I don't want to risk breaking it, because it's been working quite well. But I think that's what I might have to do. Okay, maybe it is the screen. Okay, in that case, let's just put that to one side, because this is what I thought was the faulty board. And if that's the case and it's not the board, it's the screen, then I might have to just buy a load of stuff to mod it, because I don't think I can do much about it. I mean, no, that one's not working. So this was the original working screen, so maybe there is something wrong. Maybe I've screwed up the board. Okay, we've just come back from the microscope. What it was, I saw that this capacitor here, which I originally thought was to do with the screen, wasn't actually soldered on properly, which will teach me not to use the microscope from the start. So I'm just going to slide that in and make sure that's clipped in. And I'm going to put the power back in. Oops. Yeah, so the motherboard's okay on the other one. So what I need to do now is take this one apart, put the old motherboard back into it, and swap them back around, because I've got a feeling then that if it doesn't work on the other one, it has to be the screen on the other one, which I didn't think it was going to be, because I didn't think it would work at all, or I'd get different symptoms, but I was wrong. Okay, cool. Whew. Back to this one. So let's plug the screen back in now that I sorted out that issue that I had with that capacitor not being in properly. And see if that's made any difference at all, which, you know, I pretty much doubt. Yeah, so it looks like it's a screen issue. So I guess I can probably mod this one, because I don't really like the case. It's all sort of scuffed up anyway. So I'm hoping to maybe do like an IPS screen and having the rechargeable LiPo battery in the back. So if you'd like to see that, make sure to subscribe. If you enjoyed watching this, make sure you leave a like, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one.